Hi guys, I'm so sorry for bringing up this second part of this video right now. I have an issue with the project I did before. I had to create a new one. That I don't know, something happened with my system. I just have to. I lost most of my files, and this Uber clone project was one of the files I lost. So I have to just do all a renewal of everything. So I did. I practically built everything from scratch again. But anyways, let's not worry about that. Now we're back here today. I'm so sorry that I had to wait that long before I come back online for you to have the other part of the video. I've also been busy with work and all that, so I'm so sorry. That actually is not an excuse for me not to bring the complete part of the video to you. But now I'm bringing it to you now, and I hope you can forgive me on the long horror. I'm so sorry about that, and I'll try as much as possible not to repeat that again. Okay, now so let's take up from where we stopped. The last video we had, we were able to build the front page, this little front page, up to the point that we can go to the next page. Okay, so we will continue. Before we go to the next page, let's continue to build this page first, but I think we will need something from the other next page. So let's build the next page, which is this one, that map screen. So from there we can bring in some other component from the map screen and have it shown on this other screen. So you're going to get what I'm trying to say now when I start building. So the first thing we need to do here is we have our map screen text showing at the top here. We don't want that. So technically, let's just take this out. Let's take this out. We really don't need that. So the first thing we need to do now on the map screen, we need to create two segments. The first half of the page, the top half of the page is going to be the map, and the lower part is going to be some information that we're going to create. So the first thing we need to create right now is the map. So how do we create a map? We need a few things. We need map from component from we need to create the map. We need to create the map component first, and also we need to create the other component I told you. But the other component at the below part of the screen is going to be stack component also, where we have to switch in between in between the few screens. It's going to be half screen. So I think I would like to show you this so that you understand what I'm trying to say basically. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open a finished project. That way you're able to see what I'm trying to say. So when I finish it, when I show you the finished project, you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say here. And now we're going to do that. So it's loading right now. So when I have it done, I'm just going to open it in my simulator. So when I have it in my simulator, so I can show you what I'm trying to say. I think I even need to do a demo of the application before I even continue today. So let's get to it and let's do it. So once it loads, so this is the full application, right? This is the lower part that we're going to use. We're going to create on the front page, which is also used in the map screen page. So let's take, for instance, we're leaving Toronto, and we're going to, let's say we're going to the US. So this is our origin, right? We're going to the destination, and this is the half screen I told you, the top part, which is the map, and the lower part is some information about the travels we want to embark upon. So let's say we're going to somewhere like let's say somewhere like Oshawa. We're going to Oshawa. So now we have destination, right? We have this destination, and we have the the marker pointing to where we're leaving, to where we're going to. That way, and you see, so it shows us the route we're usually going to take. And after this, we have our origin and our destination, right? And we can also go back to the home screen. We can also go back to the previous screen, go back to the home screen. So we have that navigation. This is stack navigation using navigation. Okay, stack navigation rather. So we have that, and also this is the screen I told you about. It's going to be a stack navigation screen also. So once we have our destination, our origin set up, so when we click this right button, we go to the next screen. You can see that it's only bottom part of the screen that is navigating. You see, it's not all the screen; it's just the bottom part of the screen that's navigating. And also, you can go back with this key, with that button. You can go to the next page, and also when you pick a ride, let's say we pick Uber Pool, boom, go to the last page, and we can always route back to our home page, to our home page. So this is what I'm going to build today. So sorry guys, I'm going to be a little bit faster because I'm trying to manage the time, because it's going to be a lot, and I want to try to finish it today on one video. So this is what we're going to be building today. So let's go back to our application. So we're going to kill this server. This is not what we want to do today. We're not working on the finished project. We're going to work on this project that we're already doing. So what we need to do here, we kill this server. and we'll start this server again. I'm sorry guys, I may be a little bit fast today, so just bear with me, okay? So I'm trying to finish on time. I don't want to waste your time, also don't want to waste mine either. So I'm going to go to try again. So let's say we do use this. Okay, let's go back and let's use this one. I think this is going to work. Yeah, it works. So the first thing we need to create here, we need to go to let's go to the map screen. I think I'm going to calm down now so that you're able to hear what I'm saying and also get the good part of this video. So when we come here, the first thing we need to create, like I said, we need to create the map screen. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to create the map screen now. So which is going to come this way. So this is a component that we need to create. We don't have it yet. So we're going to create this component inside our component, not screen. It's not a screen, it's a component we're using. So mind you, don't make that mistake of creating that as a screen. It's a component, okay? So we're going to say underscore RFCE, whichever one you want to use. You can RN, sorry, we're not doing it with React. We're doing it with React Native today. So it's RNFCES. We can use this one, okay? So once we have this, so we go to the map screen. Let me open the map screen. So I want to be fast today, like I said. I'm not going to do too much. So what I need to do here first is to create the map. Okay. So how do I need to create the map? I need something called map view to create the map. Is a component I'm going to import. I'm going to bring from React Native map, and also I'm going to use something called map view direction. So I'm going to leave those two now, and I'm bring it onto my screen here. And the first thing I need here is the map. I need a map. So I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do like this, map view. So it's not a self-enclosed. It's double tag. It's double tag. So I'm going to have that way. Is it really self-enclosed? Yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah, this is how to use it. Yeah, there's a documentation that I showed in the first video. I don't think I have the link anymore. I will have shown you right now, but I don't think I have the link anymore. But let me see if I can get a link for you. So if I go to YouTube, Google rather, and I said map view React Native, let's see if I can get that for you. Okay, let's see if this is the one. I think this is it. So if you go to this GitHub account and you read through, you see how you can use this map. Like I said, I'm not going to go into this today. You can just Google this and use this as a guide on how to implement map screen with the marker, with the map, with the direction and all that. So let's go back to our view. So now we have the map view. So what do we need to have inside of our map view? To start with, there are some attributes we need to pass into our map view. Attribute like we need to have a map type. We need to have a map type, which is going to be, well, preference sake, I use muted standard. And you can use something like, I think there's another one you can use. It's called, I think it's called, okay, you know what? Let's go back to that place, and I think it shows here the you see you can use map type. Let's just patiently see. I know I saw it somewhere. I think it's here. Let me just check just to be sure. Map type. Maybe not here, but I think it was here. I saw it. You can actually use another type. I think it's geo something. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I know there's another type you can use. I will give you a different view. Like it's going to give you this type of view. So let's see if I can still get it from here. Let's just see. Is it an attribute that you use? Okay, let's see if I can get it here. I don't think I'm getting it, so I'm just going to pass on this one because I don't want to waste my time looking for it. So I'm going to pass on this one. I guess I think I'm going to pass on this one, but I'm just trying to see if I can get it. But if I can't, I'm going to pass on it. I'm going to go forward with what I'm doing. But you can Google it yourself, because my map is not going to be showing like this. My map is going to be different when I eventually show it to you. So, but I don't know why this is not containing the attribute, which I think it should contain. But nevertheless, let's just go on with what we're doing so we don't waste time. Okay, so I'm going to use map type as muted standard, and I'm going to have the initial region. I'm going to have my initial region to be so the first one is going to be no, I don't think that's, you know what, to be fast. I think I want to copy. I just want to copy, please guys. Let me just copy so this is faster. You know what, let me copy from the link. Let me copy from this link. I'm going to copy this one just to show you how you're going to see. So I'm going to copy this data, this key value pair, and I'm going to have it here. Oh, come on, Z. So if I save, I may probably not be getting anything. I don't know why this is. Okay, this is not saving yet. So I need to do this. No, I didn't import it the right way. Oh, okay, no. I may have to import it straight up from. Okay, maybe I should, if I save. I save. So I'm going to say import map from map. I'm going to come out of here, and I'm going to go to component. I'm going to go to map, but I don't think I'm doing it the right way. So let me see. I'm coming out of this screen component, and I'm going to this component. I think I'm right. But this is with map and not MPA. So if I save, let's see if I'm going to have something. Let's just see if I'm going to have something. Okay, React can't be found. So can't find React. Where is that? Oh, is it here? Okay, so we need to import React here. Import React from React. So if we save, I think we should be fine. Let's just go to Toronto. And let's come here. So now, well, okay, we can't have anything going with it. We haven't styled it yet, so that's why. So we're going to give it a style of style, and it's going to be Tailwind, and the Tailwind style is going to be flex of 1. That way, if we don't do it that way, we're not going to get anything, guys. You need to give it a flex of 1. That way, you're going to get something on your screen. Tailwind is not defined. Okay, let's bring Tailwind in. So we bring Tailwind in. Good, right? So you know what? Okay. I just don't want to keep typing because it can be very tiring when you keep typing. Okay. Why don't we have anything? Okay, fine. We have flex of 1, and I think my map origin should be showing right now. I don't know why it's not showing, but it should be showing. I believe it should be showing right now. It should be showing. It should be showing. If it's not showing, let's just do one more thing. So it should be showing. So if it's not showing, we need to find why it's not showing. So let me just refresh this page. It should be showing actually. I should be having a data there, something there. It should be showing. So let's just see what's going on. So map screen, map view. Okay, we can actually debug this. So map screen, map is coming like this. Components, yeah, I have component as map, so I'm having it here. But why am I not having anything? Okay, maybe I should take the star out first and see. Something is preventing this from showing. So let me check my map screen. Okay, let's give this a style, and it's Tailwind, and I'm going to say the height. Okay, I think this is the reason why it's not showing. I want to believe this is the reason why it's not showing. And I'm going to give this also. This is a style issue. I'm pretty sure about that. This is a style issue. So I'm going to give this the height full, and I'm going to give the width also full. Okay. This is very funny. Okay. So the map is still not showing. It's still not showing. Okay, we need to find the reason why it's not showing. I'm just cross-checking what I've done before, and I'm trying to understand why it's not showing, because this is strange. And I have my React Native map in my JSON file, React Native map. You see, I have it, React Native maps. I have it. So, why shouldn't it? Why is it not showing? Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should just copy all the things that I have here. Copy everything like this and paste it here. And all I need to do is take this out. Map view muted. Take this out and take this out. Okay, not that. This is what I want to take out. So I can bring initial region, this one, initial region. I have my initial region. And I can take out this one. Map type to be muted. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Let's copy this. Okay, I think this is what I should have done. So, if I have map type here to be muted, and here I have a comma here, I have longitude and latitude. You know what? Okay, this is giving me a whole lot of headache, and I'm not bargaining for this, so I'm just going to use this map view that I have here. Hopefully I get something. If I do this and I save, it's still not giving me nothing. Why though? So interesting. So interesting. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me try and do it in the home screen and see if I'm gonna get something in the home screen. Since this is proving difficult, so all I need to do is to put it in the home screen. This one is housing this. So I'm gonna put it here and see if this map view enable maps. I think this is good. Okay, I have it here now. You see, it's working here. So why is it not working there? We're gonna solve that. We're going to solve that. So let's just do this. For this one, we need to put it in a view. We need to put it in a view, and we need to style the view. We need to style the view. And I'm going to give it the height of, let's see if a full, let's see what a full is going to give us. Okay, a full is going to give us this, but at the same time, I want to give it, okay, you know what, I'm going to create another view here, so I can have it the way I have it in my other build. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say around you. If I save that, I'm going to have that. Text is not defined. Okay. This is what happens when you're trying to delete stuff, and so I'm going to do this. So around here, I'm going to give it this style. I'm going to give it this style. I'm going to the top. I'm going to wrap everything now in a view like this. Today is just, I don't know why I'm making all these errors today. I don't know myself. It's just, I think because I'm just trying to get rid of this build so I can focus on something else. It's making me feel okay. So the reason why this is happening here is because there's a style. I'm just going to put in some information in between the Google autocomplete, Google Place autocomplete, and this map. So that is why. So let's leave it like this for now, because if you can see very well, I said I give the style the height of 1/3. That means take 1/3 of the page, of the screen rather. So the other ones, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should even do it now. Okay, maybe I should just do it now. So this one takes this side, this height. So I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. So okay. So this is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to cut out this one. And I'm going to put it at the end here. So this is perfect. This is what I want to achieve. So I already get it then. So this is perfect. So now our map screen, there's a map, and our map is not bringing. So I feel like the map is not coming in. So what I need to do now, when I go to my map screen, and I need to import my map. So I import my map this way. So which I don't understand why it's not working in my map screen. Okay, no worries. Let's just keep doing it. It's not working. So now we are here now. So this is the map screen, which is the map. This is the map screen. So let me even display something to see if it's really working. So it's working. So that means my map screen. So if I do this, let me bring this. I'm gonna solve this. I love things like this. I love debugging like this. So it's showing. You can see it's showing. There's something. You can see where the high is. So it's showing, but there's something making it not to show. So what we're gonna do? Let me make this 2/3. Okay, it's 2/3. I want to use 2/3. No, 1/3. I meant to say not 2/3, 1/3. So now I'm going to debug this, and this is what I'm going to do. So that means here something is happening here. It's not making it show. So when we go to the map screen itself, and we'll check what is happening there. So technically, let's take this out. Oh my god. Oh my god. You just imagine what is causing the problem, guys. It's just so unfortunate. Anyways, we're back here now. So it's because it can be, it doesn't want to save in the view. Well, I really don't understand, because the view and using React fragment is almost the same thing, but I don't understand why it's not working with the view, but it's working with React fragments. But anyway, let's go on. Now we have the data. It's showing, right? So which is perfect. So now what I need to do here also, now that I have the map, so let's keep building the map screen. What we need to do also, we need the map direction. I'm just going to be copying here, guys. Please bear with me. Or before then, don't let's even bring in this information yet. Because why? The reason why I said don't let's bring it here now is because there are some components we need from our Redux. We need from our Redux. So we need those documents, those data. So from here, what I'm going to do basically is that I'm going to pull in some some things. But before I pull in, you know that I already submitted this to Rono, right? I need this information somewhere. So you already went straight to Redux store. If you notice very well, in our Google Place API autocomplete, Redux already dispatched it. And if you don't believe me, this is what I'm going to do for you now. Look at it, guys. This is my map screen, right? I'm going to display. I'm going to bring my origin now from Redux store, and you just check what is going to happen. So I'm bringing my, and I'm using use selector to pull it down from my Redux store. Okay, so and I'm going to say select origin. These are already defined in my first video. So if you don't know where I'm pulling what I'm doing right here, all you need to do is just go to my first video, watch the first video, and it's going to help you understand what I'm doing here right now. So if I save, you see, and if I say origin, remember that when we're dispatching our origin, we said origin dot, we have location, okay, and we have description, okay. These are the data that it contains. So if I come here and I said, okay, display for me my origin dot location, so it's okay. Now it's saying that objects are not valid as a React child. Okay, sorry guys, the longitude, sorry, because the location has two, is an object that has two key value pairs, which is longitude and latitude. That is why. So now we should be good. So if I type Toronto here, and this is it, you see the longitude, and if I say okay, give me the description, and I said origin dot description now, you see what it's going to show me? It showed me Toronto, Canada, right? That's what I typed. So we need this information for something, right? So what we're going to do here now is, this is it. So what we need here now, we need something called, we need to, remember that we have, I said when I was demonstrating the application for you, I showed you something about when you have the origin and the destination. There's a component I created for that. So I'm going to create a component right now. And then what we need to do, we need to make use of touchable opacity. And this is how I'm going to create it. I need a button. Okay, this is just for the arrow button. So I'm not going to explain this, guys, please. I'm not going to explain this. And I believe you understand what this is. So I'm going to explain this. It's the arrow that navigates back, that takes us back to the previous page. Okay, and it's going to be here at the top here. You're going to see now. Once I do it now, you're going to see. But I need to import my icon. I need my icon from. I need my icon. Where is the icon? I have my icon somewhere here. Let me see. Okay, from React Native Element. Okay, icon is coming from React Native Element. So I'm going to do this and touchable opacity. Okay, it's already in there. If I save that, it's gonna screen because I have my navigation I haven't done, okay, which is even here already. So I'm just gonna comment it out, and it's coming from use navigation is coming from React navigation. Okay, if I save now, I should be good. If I type Toronto here, and I go back, and it's saying use navigation is not defined. So where is my use navigation? Which is here. I already imported it, but I don't know why it's not coming in. Here is not coming in yet, so I'm just going to lift it here from here. Use navigation from React Navigation Native, okay, which is here. So if I type Toronto here, okay, so can't find use navigation builder. No, I don't have a use navigation builder. I have use navigation. Oh my god, what's this? That should be a typo error. Sorry guys, just bear with me. So now I have this. So now my origin, my navigation. So if I press this button, it takes me back to the home page. Okay, that is just it. So I'm not going to explain that to you. I believe right now you understand what's on press. I'm using navigation to navigate back to the home screen, which I already did in the first video because that was how in the first place this was able to go to the next page. If you check our nav option, and we'll put it on every they say on press, do this. We already did it here, so we don't have to do that again, guys. So just to be fast, let's not slow down ourselves. So the first thing we need to do now, we need to create another view, and this view is going to have the navigations. Like I said, it's going to have those tag navigations that I said here. And I think, okay, let's just go on. So when we create that, we're going to use tag navigator to do this. And first and foremost, we already did this here. We already brought this here, start navigation. So bring this in, from navigator stack, I believe, navigation stack, yes. And also we need to, since we already declared stack here, so we're going to use this stack here, and this is how we're going to use it. We're going to create stack. Hold on guys, sorry. I just like that to do it the right way. I don't want it. Oh shoot. You know what? I'm going to say this V. So this is my stack. So now, but this is not only just stack I need stack.navigator. That is what I need here. Okay, and that is going to be self-enclosed, and inside of that I will need also sorry, it's not actually self-enclosed. It's not self-enclosed, sorry guys. I don't know why I'm doing this today. I have a lot. I just have a lot going on. I'm sorry guys. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to have stack screens inside of this stack navigator, okay? And so I'm going to have stack.screen. I'm going to have stack.screen. And this is what is going to house each screen that I have, okay? So I'm going to duplicate this. And the first screen is going to be, let me just copy the component I have inside. So the first screen is going to be this. And the second screen is going to be this. And this is going to be schedule, and this is going to be confirm trip. It's a component, okay? I'm not just, it's not something that is a component I'm going to create, okay? Don't think it comes with the stack navigator. It doesn't come. I'm going to create this component because I'm going to use it. So how do I create the component? So I need to create this component. The first thing I'm going to create, let's take this out first because we don't need it right now. Let's just comment it out, but we're going to use that screen, okay? So this one, I'm going to create this one now. So I'm creating this component, and I'm calling it screen.js, and I'm going to say underscore RNFE, okay, this one, and I'm going to go to my schedule component, and it's a lot though. It's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there, but I'm going to summarize it for you. I'm going to explain to you the things that are done there. But the first thing I need to create there is this header. It's going to be a header, which is going to be this. So I'm going to do this. Coming from here, and I save. So I should have. I don't know why I keep going back here, but anyway, it's okay. So it said React can be found. So I think it's schedule here. Maybe I shouldn't be using underscore anymore. So I'm not going to be using underscore anyways. What is causing this? So I'm going to say React from React. So if I save, I think I should be good. Tailwind is not defined. Okay, bring Tailwind in. Runner. Okay, now. So now we have the screen, but now we're not seeing the screen. Why? We're not seeing the screen. So why are we not seeing the screen? We should be seeing the screen here. We should be seeing the screen. So why are we not seeing the screen? It's okay. I already imported the screen. And I think the screen does not have anything. You only have Christabel, but we're not even seeing a Christabel. We're not seeing we're not creating the Christabel. So what? Why is it not working? Okay, all we need to do is just see why is it not working, why is it not working, why is it not working. So anyways, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. So I'm just gonna, maybe I typed something that was wrong. Let me just check my code. I have oh shoot, it's always tab problem. Most time it's always tab problem, and I'm actually rushing, so that is the reason why it's like this, guys. I'm sorry, I'm rushing, and that's why it's being this way. I'm rushing, and that's, you see, now it's showing just a star problem. So what next do I need to do here? So now I have the screen. So now I have the Christabel, and the next thing I want to have here is Google Play's autocomplete. I'm not going to take you on that one, guys. I'm not going to take you on that one. We've been doing this for a while now, so I believe, but I need to know if that is what I'm working on, if that's it. Okay, so I'm going to bring it here, and it's inside of here. So I'm going to do this. So it has a lot of things. So on Google Autocomplete, we have the container, we have this input, we start the input, we have, I want to see if there's any other data that I brought in that I need to use. So we dispatch, set destination, we need to bring it in from where? From our slice, and our dispatch, we need to declare our dispatch here. And we're going to say const dispatch, and it's equals to use dispatch. That's what we're going to use dispatch. And we're going to invoke the function here. And we're going to bring our use dispatch from our React Redux. So this one. So let's check what else we need to bring in again. And we also need our location. We're setting our location to this. So we set detail, because we're getting the detail back from this, okay, from the data. So this is good, and fetch that this is true, this is true. So I think Google API key, we need to bring this in. So for our application not to break, we need to bring also Google Play's autocomplete in also. So we need to set this and bring it here. So are we good? Let's see if we're good actually. Set destination, select origin, set destination, we have set destination, and select origin. We don't need those ones yet. So let's save this page and let's see what it gives us, so it doesn't break, which is a good thing. So that means we did everything right. So the next thing we need to do here again is a location. And our location, actually, this location component, basically what it stands for is you know that origin and destination, that's the location. So that's the location component. I'm going to create it now. And I'm saying .js. I think I'm getting balance right now. RNFE. So I'm going to use this one, so I don't have telling me to import React Native. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to come here. I will import this one here, and I'm going to save. It doesn't break. So I go to my location now. I'm going to put in put in the things I need for the location in. So location gives me this one. It's a lot of files too, but I'm going to break it down for you. And this is what I'm going to do here. Basically, I need my origin here. I need my destination here. I need my use navigator here. I'm going to bring those one in first. I need this. And also, what do I need to here? I need to do some logic here. So the logic I want to do here is that my destination, hold on, so what I want to do is that, you know, my destination, take for instance, maybe you have more than one destination and you want to have an array of destination, right? Display on your screen. So I want to do a logic here. I'm going to say I want to create a new array, and I'm going to call it destination array, and I'm going to make it an empty array. So I'm going to say, to protect myself, that if destination array, if there's no destination array, I meant to say, if there's no destination array, push something into it. If it's empty, actually, push something into it. And I don't think I should do it this way. I think I should do something. If destination array, let's say if it's equals to empty array, then do this logic. Just do this. Else, I want you to do this. Let's do this. Okay. If I save, so what I'm saying, use selector. Where's use selector? Okay, this one. If I save, it takes me back here again. Select origin. Okay. Select origin. Okay, let me just import all these things here, and I said navigation. I think I don't have that too. No, this is native actually, guys. Core also works, but it's native. I'm actually getting to using the one from native, so bear in mind that though. So if I have this, it's saying evaluating option.children. Okay, so it's saying okay, if I maybe I should make this a null. Let me make this a null. I think it's gonna break if I do it that way. Let me make this a null, and I make this if it goes to a null. So I think this should be good. But why is it showing this? But what I don't want to do, I don't want to say. If I say if there is no this, okay. If I say there is no this, that means it only push in when there's nothing. But when there's something, then I want it to still retain the content in the array. Okay, maybe that's not even the issue. So what's causing the issue then? 950 schedule 956. That's the location. Use navigation builder. Oh shoot. But that's not even what is causing it though. That's not it. Anyway, let's check it one more time. Use navigation. It's not defined. You know what? Let me just leave that. I don't know. Oh, I get it. This is it. It's important, but it's important the wrong thing. And I think that was what happened here also. Well, why did I do that the other time? That it was giving me. Anyways, let's not let that take yours. So I'm gonna do this. Toronto. Okay, evaluating destination.array.push. Null is not an object. Let me do it this way. I should have changed that when I was changing that other condition. So now we're good. So, but what I don't want to do that if this is empty, that's what I want actually. Let me try that. Sorry, I can be a stubborn guy sometimes. So just bear with me, guys, please. Okay, it actually works. So what I need is I want more than. Okay, you're gonna understand what I'm trying to do now when we get to there. When we get there. So now when we have that, so what I want to do basically is I want to create something. So I'm going to create a touchable opacity that will have my longitude and latitude inside, and it's going to have my origin. Okay, you know what? Let me just do it. Let me just, instead of me saying everything, let me just do this. Let me just do this. Oh shoot. So in my touchable opacity, I want to display my origin and my destination, right? So the first thing I need to do is to create another view inside. There's an icon on the left, which I want to use. I'm going to bring in the icon right now. And this is the icon on the left. So, and the icon is from React Native Elements. Okay. So if I save, touchable is not defined. Let me bring it in. It's going to take us back again. Anyway, this is just going to build our muscle memory, okay? So that is just what we need to say. Let's just see that. Okay, it's building our muscle memory, so let's not get tired about it. But now, this process is just going to make our video longer, which I was trying to prevent. But anyways, we're learning, right? So it's all good. So we have this small icon. So now that we have the small icon, the next thing we need is the text. Actually, we need a view that houses our text. All this is just styling and everything. This is not that big of a deal. So I'm going to say our touchable opacity should have this style. I'm going to give it this style also. So these are just tiles, but now before I save, I need to bring in some information. I need my origin and destination, which I already have. So that means I'm good. So if I save now, I shouldn't be having any problem. So I know I have my text and views. So if I save now, so I'm good. Now look at what I'm getting here now. So I need to create this other part also, which is called the destination. But this one I'm using a flat list to create this. I'm using a flat list to create this. I'm going to just lift everything. So I'm going to lift everything, and it's going to be this view, and I'm going to have this V. Okay, and I believe flat list is from React Native. Destination, because we've not set our destination, that is why it's shouting out. What we need to do to protect ourselves is that we're going to say if there's no destination, so cut out this flat list, cut it out, and we're going to write a JSS file now. We're going to say there's no only display this when there's a destination. If we don't have a destination, please don't display. So when there's a definition, display it, and there's no destination, this is what I want you to display. Display this for me. So I'm using a ternary operator to condition my rendering. So if I save now, I should be fine. So if I go back there again, so this is what we're going to see now. Look at it. So now it's not breaking anymore, right? And we're saying that it should give us no destination. But the reason why it's not showing is because our view. This is a touchable opacity, and this is another touchable opacity. Oh, I made a mistake. This touchable opacity shouldn't be here. So you're not supposed to be here, dude. You're supposed to be here. So if I save, we should be good now. Perfect. This is where. So now it's telling us that there's no destination, okay? So once we set our destination, now we should have something. So we're going to cross fingers, and we're going to see if we're going to have something. Let's say we're going to our shower. And if we type it now, boom, you see guys, we have something back. This is beautiful. But now this is touching this end, and I don't want that. So all I need to do is go to my destination, the flat list, and then go to the style here, and I'm going to say what I want you to do basically is the width. What is the, okay, you know what, what is this rendering for us? Is rendering, is that the width? The width is 2%. Let's make it 80%, and let's see what it's going to get. Okay, it's not getting anything much, so let's make it 70%, and let's see what we're going to have. Align set flex n. Don't let's do flex. Okay, let's leave it the way it is then. So flex n, we can probably put padding right rather to be something. Just let's say padding right to be 2, and that will push it a little bit away from the. Let's make it 5. We push it away from that. But why is it not pushing it though? Margin, okay, margin bottom, margin right. Okay, we have margin right already though. So if we use margin right, let's make it 10. Okay, this is better. Okay, let's make it let's just make it 7. And I think this is fair enough. This is better now. So now we're going to use this tile on our home screen. But what we need to do, we don't want to, there's some things we don't want to, because you know that we said here, while because if you click on this button, it takes us somewhere, but we don't want to have that behavior in the home screen. So because once we submit an origin, we have to go to the next page to set up our destination, right? So we can't have the destination showing here when we've not set it. So what we need to do is that we need to create another component, which is going to be, if I go to my home screen now, and I have that component called, I think I have it to be before the map on the home screen, before the map. So I'm going to say this is it. So this one, I'm going to say Google, please. So I'm going to, okay, so this is, where is it? Origin. If there's an origin, then give me a description. Okay, this is it. And this is what I want here. So this is what I want to render here. So I'm going to copy and just paste because I'm not going to explain. I'm going to explain, but I'm not going to go into like typing it. So the origin, you know where the origin is from. We already have the origin from our Redux store. And now the description is what I want to create now. So I'm going to create that component description. I'm going to come here, create a description .txt. So, but the description is almost the same thing as our location. Almost the same thing as our location. There's no different, guys. It's just because I don't want to have that. I don't want to have a. Okay, let me just say RNFE. I don't want to have that click effect on it. That is why I am not going to be explaining what I have here, because it's almost literally the same thing. But I'm going to copy this thing. So the same logic I did in our location is the same logic I'm doing here also. So there's no difference. It's just that I created it in two ways because I don't want to. I'm going to show you what I meant by that now. But let me import all the dependencies, all the things I need here, so that we can get going. So if I take all this out and I paste and I save. So if I come here and I bring it in, and I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. So now we have it. So, but I want to go to that description, like I said, description, and in that my destination, where I have here, I'm going to make it 7, so I can push it a little bit further. Yeah, that way. So now that's good. It's just the same thing. It's just that I don't want this when I click this, because I already programmed on my location that when I click location, let me show you. When I click destination, what is the destination? See, I have on press on it, and it's taking me to the next page. I don't want that that behavior here. That is why I created a different one, and just a different one, the same content, but exact just that one different. I'm going to close that one already. We're already done with that. The location, we're already done with location. So now that we have this, so when we go to this place, now when we click this page, I want something to happen, okay? But I don't want to use this only. I want to use something called, I want to create 2 buttons. And the 2 buttons are going to have, okay, the 2 buttons are going to be what is going to project me to that next page. So on my schedule page, I'm going to go to my schedule page now. Where's my schedule page here? I'm doing this, guys, because I want to be fast. Because already, I don't want this video to be long. So I'm just going to be cutting the data where I have it and using it as it is. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to explain also to you. So there's no problem. I'm going to explain everything. The reason I'm very fast today is because I want to finish this in just one video. So what I did here is my destination is not. I don't think I have my destination here yet. So I'm going to say destination and origin. I'm going to declare them now. Const destination, right? And it's equals to, we have it in our Redux store. So we are using a select selector to pull it, and we're going to say select destination. So here, so we're going to, okay, it already got imported, right? I guess, yeah. Select destination. So I'm going to say, I'm also going to do select origin, and I'm going to make this origin. So just import this one. So after that, touchable opacity, do we have it before it breaks? So let's put it back in there. And also, what do we need here? We need navigation.navigate. We need to do navigation. So we come here. So const navigation equals to use navigation. Okay, we invoke it and we have to bring that one. I think it's already brought in. Navigation, where is it? I can see here that it's already brought in. Okay, but why is it showing like this though? So I'm bringing it from core but I'm going to change it to native. If I save, use selector, so I'm bringing use selector in, and I save. I think I should be fine now. Icon, okay, icon, where is icon? This one. An icon from React native elements. Do I have it? Okay, React native elements. That is where I want it from. If I save, you know what? Let me get the icon. Okay, elements. If I save now, I should be good. If I go this way, perfect. So these are my buttons. How do I create the buttons? Very simple. Use teachable opacity. Put in an icon, make the icon and the text on the same in the same component, which is searchable opacity, and set it to flex. And the flex is row, and just align the item and background black and rounded and all those Tailwind CSS, the styling and all that. So this is just pretty much easy for me, or I believe for anyone. But newbies, just if you don't understand Tailwind CSS, I think I have one of my. If I don't think I have a video on Tailwind CSS, but I'm going to do a video on Tailwind CSS today, later in the future, and explain how to use Tailwind CSS very well. It's a package that it's very good. It's a framework, it's a CSS framework that helps you basically write your styles with your JavaScript or with your HTML. So that way you don't have to have another file that has your CSS files, and you have to import it into your HTML or your components you use. So you just have everything on the same page, everything on the same line, and you start each element directly. You know, you don't have to create another file. Start the element there and bring it there and connect. So all those connections, imports and everything, you don't have to do that again. Once you just set up the component, you are good to go with your application. So that is just Tailwind CSS. So now I already said that once you press this, it goes to that right list. But do we have a right list? Yes, confirm trip is what we have. You know what? I'm gonna do something. And I said right list. It's taking me to right list. So the right list is that should be the page that you have your right lists, right? So we need to create that right list. So if I go to my map screen and I have this right list, okay, I think I was actually confused because I know that right list should be a stack here also, but I'm confused because I'm not seeing it here. I've forgotten that I have 3 stacks. Actually, I have 3 stacks actually in that view component. So we need to create this now, okay? Because we are routing to this, so we need to create it. So we're going to create this here, and we're going to do this. So when we go to our right list component, so what do we have here? We have a list of data. So I'm going to copy this list of data. I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to copy the list of data that I already configured manually. So I'm going to write RNF and all that, you know, so we have it. So I'm going to create that list of components here. Okay. So this is data. So you can also pause the video and copy this data if you want it. So it's just something I just configured that I just wrote. This is more like you have a JSON file. You know, for maybe this is something you do when you make a request from an endpoint to fetch data from an endpoint, and you have it coming back as a JSON file that you have to now pass to use. So you have to stringify rather to use. You know, you have to turn it to JSON file rather, because when you're sending it across like that, if you're sending a file across, that means you have to stringify to JSON format, and when you're bringing it back, you have to convert it to JSON data for you to use. So I just decided to just do this manually so that I can use it the way I want to use it. So after I have this, so the next thing I need to do right now is to use this data in the application. So what I need to do, what do I need for this to go to work? I need my Navigator. You know, now I'm actually repeating all the components and the packages I'm using already, so I don't have to do this like to be typing and everything. I'm just going to lift and paste. That way we're faster. Within the Navigator, we're going to bring in use Navigator from core. I don't know why it doesn't show me. It's showing me build again. Native. So I have my core, I have my dispatch, just dispatch from React Redux. I have my select this one. I have that, and I have this from React Redux also, and I need this one. I'm going to explain something to you guys here because we haven't used this select travel time we created in our store, in our slide rather. If I open the slide for you, look at this. We haven't used this function since, right? This function, we haven't used it, and we haven't used this selection also. We're going to use it now because this is the point that we're going to need to use it right now. So this is just the travel time, okay? Remember the travel time. And how do we get the travel time? I'm going to show you now. This is how we get the travel time. So so here we are using the travel time. No, not here. When we okay, let me import this here first. Let me first and foremost save this. Command S, save this, and here if I bring that in. So now, where do we use the travel time? You know that when we set our location, we've set these two locations now, okay? In here. In our schedule, let's check the schedule. Is that where we use it? So we are setting destination in our schedule. Set destination here, which is this is our schedule, and the next is rider, and the next is the last page. So how do we set where did we set our travel time? So I'm going to show you that now. Before we do that, let's do something. Our map screen, our map, we didn't complete our map, remember? So we need to go back to our map here. So when we go back to our map, let's complete our map. So for me to be better explain to you what I need to explain to you. So I'm going to have a rider. I'm going to have map direction inside of my map view. So I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this also. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this. You know what? Let me just copy this. Let me just do this. It doesn't make sense. Let me just do this. I'm just going to explain to you. So this one. So what I did here is basically I have my marker, I have my direction view, which gives me the directions, okay? Which gives me the direction. So this one needs to come in from M5. No suggestion. So all I need to do is to just bring it from my M5, which I already explained to you in the first video. This M5, and also I'm going to do from my slice. I'm going to import this from my slice. So I'm importing this from my slice. And also this data, I need this data, this ones, I need this ones, Command C, and I need this here. Destination, you know all these things, you know all these drills already, so I don't have to. So this one, yeah, this is where we use it. So now what we need to do here is simple. Now if I save now, you should be able to have something more on some more information on the hub. So if you see now, it's still breaking. Use ref. Use ref. I'm going to explain to you what this use ref is doing here. So just bear with me for now. Use dispatch. Okay now. We don't have our pointer yet, and I'm wondering, you'll be wondering why. We're gonna solve it now. So, marker 1 or marker 2 is not giving us any location yet. So now let's refresh the app because it's not going to work right now because we need to set this location before it can use before the marker can show. So if I pick Toronto now, you see the first marker is going to show on the screen. It's not showing. Okay. Map screen. So the first marker, which is for the origin, Okay. Which is for the origin, the first marker, which is for the origin. So why don't we have the first marker for the origin? Well, something must be wrong somewhere. Okay, let's try and debug this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this like this. I'm going to try and replace it with this one. Let's see if there's something wrong in our code. So if I bring this down and I save. We don't have the marker yet. We don't. Why don't we have it though? Oh, now I see the reason why we don't have it. Okay, now we have it. So that is it. So the reason why, let me explain to you. See, here, our destination here is not, we didn't configure these two parts. If you now see that we have this one, now we have the C. That is why. Okay, so if I undo again, so we have this, right? And the marker is not showing, right? If I go back and go forward, the marker is not showing, right? So if I come here and I change this to data here to this longitude and latitude, because our marker needs to know the longitude and latitude, otherwise it's not going to show. Because now we're making our marker, now we're making reference to this, and we don't have it in our mark view. So if I do this and I go here and I come back, you're going to have it. Okay, so if I set the destination now, let's say I'm going to Oshawa. So we're going to have two markers, you see. So it's not showing very well. Yes, and you may be wondering why. Okay, we have 2 points, but it's not showing. I mean, we can't be doing this every time, right? So this is what we need to do to fix it. So what we need to do to fix this is very simple. We're going to create a ref so that when the page loads, we are telling React to do this. We say when this page loads, React is going to do something for us. But before that, okay, let me just bring this data in. Yeah, so I'm going to say use effects here. And I'm going to say when this page loads, this schedule the loads. So if there's no origin or destination, then return nothing. Don't do nothing. But then when there's origin and destination, what we need to do, because we want to zoom everything in, right? So we're going to say map ref, which is what we already created here. We want to make a reference to that page, to a point. Okay, we said the current. If you know how to use ref very well, use ref. Excuse me very well. You're going to understand what I'm trying to do. So we are fitting it to supply marker. Okay, we see the origin and destination, and we said so we do this configuration, and we're good. So if I save now, it's going to tell me that null is not an object, evaluating this one. So it's saying that null is not an object. So so what is happening here now, guys? I'm going to go back, and I'm going to say dismiss. I'm going to refresh this page, and I'm going to do Toronto. I'm going to do Oshawa. So you say null is not an object, evaluating. Shall I say if origin or power destination is return empty? So if there's none of this, return empty. Select origin destination. We have it correct, right? So it said map ref does current fits to the, so we're fitting this. So why is it not working though? We need to understand one thing here. So why is it not working? Oh shoot, this is why it's not working, because we're not making reference to the map itself, so it's going to break. We need to make reference to it like this. So if we go this way, you see now it's working, right? So we needed to just make this ref, because we are using this, we are creating a ref, but we're not using it. So it's breaking our application. It's saying null is not an object because it doesn't know what we're making reference to. We need to make reference to something for this function to work. Because when that page load, this function is being called using use effect. But now we need to know where what you want to do with this illustration. Okay, so we're making reference to something, but what are we pointing to? We're not pointing to something before. That was why it was breaking. So now that we have this working perfectly well, so we're good to go. So the next thing for us to do now is we need to calculate the travel time for travel time. Okay, so this is how we need to calculate it. So we're going to say when this page loads, okay, dot use effects, and we're going to say to this function. But now, what are the dependency variables? So dependency variables is going to be the origin. We need to use the origin. We need the origin for this to work. We need the destination for this to work. We need the Google Map API keyword. We need this one to work. So what we are telling this use effect to do is that when this page loads, check if there is no origin, or don't say and. If you say and, then that means if one of them is right, then if both of them, if you use and now, it's going to check for both. If both is not right, it's not true. Rather, it's not going to perform what we want. What we want to say that if both are present, that's where we want it to work. But if both are not present, if just one is present, then do nothing. Okay. So if one is missing, that means we need both to work, right? But if it's one is missing, just one. If it's only just one that you have, we don't want you to do anything. But if you have the two, we want you to do something. But if you don't have any of those two, we don't want you to do anything. So I say if both or one is not true, then return nothing. But if both are true, then do this. We want to get the travel time now, right? So to get a travel time, we're creating a function, and we're saying anonymous function, but it's going to be an async function. So but let's just write this first. So we are saying this. We are saying we want you to fetch from this API endpoint. So I'm going to copy because I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm going to copy everything from the API endpoint, and I'm going to use it this way. So we are fetching from here. Okay, we are fetching from this endpoint. Okay, so we're using our Google Map API key. We are using the origin, the description of the origin, and the destination description also to get travel time. Okay, because we're saying from London to XX. So the distance now, use this origin and destination to places to calculate the distance of the travel time. Okay. So, but like I said, it's going to be an async function. So we create it like this because it's not going to be instantaneous. Okay. So we're going to say await here. Okay. So when we have this, okay, so we're going to invoke this function also somewhere. So this is where we're going to invoke the function. Let's save it first. So when we save it like this, so we're going to say once you get that data, so we want to chain .then. We want to say, okay, when you get a response, when you're fetching data from an external API endpoint, there's a response, right? There's a response. You can also equally use, you can actually pass in a second argument here, which is a callback function, but most time I always like to do it outside and use it .then. And I'm going to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to say you are returning a result for me, so a response, right? So convert that response to JSON before you use it. Like I said, I already explained this just a moment ago. So convert it to JSON format. So when you convert it, then we want to catch also the JSON format. We want to catch the results, now the data. Now we've converted everything to a JSON format, right? But now we only need the data inside of that JSON format. So we need to get the data back out. Right? We're going to say another then. We're going to say data. And what are we using the data for? Putting it in our Redux store. Okay, we're going to call this function. Now we're going to call the dispatch function. That is going to give us, it's going to set our travel time, and it's going to set it to what? Data dot rows. The first row. Okay, I'm going to show you something now. Before that, let me do this. At index of 0. Okay, you know what? Let's do something. Let me copy out this. Okay, you know what? Let me copy out the dispatch. Okay, copy out the dispatch. Okay, and say console log data. Let's save. Okay, let's go to this. Okay, let's cut out of this. Let's stop the server. Let's restart the server again so that we can see what we want. So let's do this. So we're consolidating this data here. When this page loads, so let's do it. So we want to try something. I just want to see what it's going to give us before we even send it to Redux store. So I said all shower. Okay, do we have a console? This is a map, right? This is the map, inside of the map, right? So when this page loads, do this. So we we didn't invoke this function. That is why we are not getting it. So if I invoke this function here now, outside of the function, if I invoke it here, so we should be able to get something back. You see, we got something back. See, so now, I told you, I use something like, I use this. Remember that I used something like this? Oh, shoot. Remember I used something like dispatch. Okay, you know what? I don't want to, that's a lot of, okay, yeah. So I have V, I invoke. So now, look at it. And now I said, get me from data. Where is the data? So the data is this. This is the data. And we say go to the first row and get the element. So look at the first row. This is the element, right? So the element now, the first element in the element array, which is what? This one. And we're getting what? We're getting, so the first element, we're getting this one, the text. We're getting all this data. This is what we're getting back. Okay. And well, we're also getting these travel time. You see, it's giving us destination address, origin address. So now we have rows. So rows now is an array. I love data actually. So rows is now an array that finishes here, that has the first element to be an object, which is this one, that finishes here, and it has a duration. Also, it has a duration. So the first element in the element array, the object in the zero index in the object element array is what we're needing, which is everything here actually. It's everything here. So because it only has one element inside of it, right? Only has one child, which is object, and the object has what? It has two objects inside of it again. Okay, so we are taking this data out. This data out. This is what we are using. Okay, this is what we are using. We are taking out to use. So that's why we have this. So it has been narrowed down for your convenience. So now that we have this, we'll save. So now what are we going to use that for? You're going to say it now. So when we go to the next page, which is the right, if you go to your, let's take this out. Let's go here and we say right. It's already, so if you click on this button, which is on the schedule, we already said when you click the button, go to the next page. See, use Navigator, which is the next page, is right. This one say use Navigator is not defined. So let's define that one. Where do we use it? Use Navigator Builder. So this keep doing happening and we don't know why though. But anyway, it's fine. So if we save this, we should be fine. So we should be fine. Okay, you see we have a blank screen, right? And if I say here, hi, you're gonna see it on the screen, right? So but now this is the tricky part. Let's use this that we already created. So we're gonna say let's console log it out. Okay, let's console log it. So console log v. So if we save, if I go to my terminal again, you see Like I told you, we're going to get out. That is it. So, but now, what do we need? We need, if you say, we need, let's say we need something like here, we need dot distance, and see what it's going to give us. See what it's going to give us. Okay, same error. So dot distance, okay, because distance I guess is an object, so that is why it's breaking. So distance is an object, like I said, see, it's an object. Okay, so distance dot value. If I say, see value. If I say dot text, see what it's going to give me. Dot text. You see the distance now. This is the distance of the trip. So now what we're going to do now is very simple. So when we go to our, just to show you, how to go into drill into data. So what we're going to do now is let's go to our ride list and let's continue the build. So what we're going to display on the screen for this is going to be this. I'm going to copy everything here because it's just usually we're just styling, and using the whole thing. So there's nothing much here, really. I'm not going to lie to you. There's nothing much. It's just displaying all sort of things. So I'm going to copy this. I know I'm just dropping a bunch of things on you, but I'm so sorry, guys. If anyone have a question as regards to this, just call me. You know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this with you guys. No. So let's do it together, guys. Let's do it together. No, I'm not going to do this. So let's take it bit by bit. So the first thing we need to do here is to create the touchable opacity, which is the first icon, which is the icon to take you back. Okay, this is just to take you back. Okay, so I'm going to create this, and I'm going to say touchable opacity. Import that one before our app breaks. So here we have it now, right? So we have our navigation already declared here. We're already using it. So our TailwindCSS, do we have it? No, we don't. Let's bring TailwindCSS before it breaks also again. So we're bringing our TailwindCSS. Bringing our TailwindCSS. And what do we need again? We need icon from our React Native element. So we take out some part that we don't need to, but we don't need all this. So this is not what we need. So when we save now, look at what it's going to give us that. And if we click on it, it's going to take us back to the previous page, you see? Which is nice. And also if you click this, it takes you there too. So this is why I said I don't want to use this in the home screen, because in the home screen we've not defined the destination yet, okay? So now we have this. So the next thing we're going to do is the view, which is basically for, this is basically for, I hope this video doesn't take that long. So this is basically distance travel now. So we already have this. So if I save this now, see what is going to appear on the screen. You see? So basically I created this text and this other text, and I styled them. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say do there. So this is the big one now. This is the big one. And this one is saying that we're using a flat list to render this data, okay? So what we have here is flat list, which is going to bring from here. So go to flat list. So we have the data, which is just right here. So we have also flat list. How to set up flat list is very simple. So we have passing the item. We're actually just one item. We want to have a key extractor. We use ID. The ID. We already give it an ID here. Which is this. We're using this, which is not even a good way to do it. But I mean, this is what we can use right now. So after that, so the next thing we need to do is so we already give it we already put in a display. So when you press it, it takes you to somewhere. So when you press, okay, I'm going to explain this to you. Let me take it out for now. Let me take this out for now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say take this out. I'm going to explain that to you later. So the image is from React Native. So let me just copy all these things here, so I don't have to be repeating. Control C, and the image is from React Native. I'm going to do this like this. So the image is from React Native. So I start the image, and the source is just URI, is the source, this image, and the image is from this. I destructure this data here, this item, which is does this key values. Okay, so I destructure it here and I use it. Simple, just like that. So there's nothing much complex about it, and that's it. So if I save here, I should have the list of the. So now you've been wondering why is it I'm running something here, but why is it showing like this? So this is what is happening there. Here, I already say that give me, so this is it. So each image, it does this. So, but where I'm rendering this here, where I'm rendering it inside of this view to third. So is it to third I'm supposed to use to third? Maps writer. So I'm using flat list. I'm using to third. Is it to third? Okay, to third. So if I'm using to third, okay, we can change that later. Let's leave it for now. So the next thing we need to do here is, okay, I'm going to explain to you also this. So number, I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to write I'm going to write, what do I even use a price? I'm going to use price, and this is going to do this. So I'm going to write price here, which I'm going to reconfigure later. So if I save now, you see, just gives the basic price. And the next thing I'm going to use, also, see, we're using this one here, so which is good. So I'm just trying to be fast here, so I can finish everything, and we can call it a day. So this one is going to be. Yeah, I'm gonna save. So, okay, I really don't know why it's doing that, but now it's good. But now I don't even want this behavior. I think my map, if this is using this height is 1/3, and as I think the height this one is using the map screen. The map is using 1/3, and this is using what? This is using 2, so it's not complete. If it's 5, this should be 2/3. If this is 2/3, this is 2/3. Oh no, 1/2, 1/3. But now I don't want this space. I don't want to push this down. So how do I push it down? So I can decide to give this. Okay. So if I go to my this one, I can decide to give this one the maps, the view. I have this one to be the flat screen is, this is 2/3, and this one is 1/3, and that one is 2/3. Maybe I should do. Maybe I should make this. I should make this 4. I should make this 3/4, 3/4, and I should make it 1/4. If I save, yeah, I think this is better. But it depends on your screen, also, guys. It depends on your screen. Your screen, you have to see what goes with your screen. Okay, this is what works with my screen, so it may not be the same as your screen. So in my this one, I make it full, width is full, but do I have a padding bottom or margin bottom? I'm seeing, I don't like the way, you know what, let me do something. I don't like the way it's showing. I want it to cover down, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. 1/4 is what I'm giving it, but I still have space at the bottom. So background is white. Maybe if I give it margin bottom, no, padding bottom, actually padding bottom to be 5. Let's see what is gonna happen. Nothing is happening. So I'm gonna say, where is this coming from? So I'm gonna get that by one over 3. this is 2 over 3. So if we split this into 3, I think just 2 over 3, and this is 1 over 3. So why is, so that should give me, I don't think it should be 4. I think it's 1 over 3 and 2 over 3. We don't need to do them. It's because it's giving us almost the same thing. I don't think. So if we have this, you see now, you see. So now this, we need to take out this gap here. So how we can best do that is if we this one, is it full? Let me see. Yeah, this is it. This is why we're having that issue. So if we just put this, the whole background to be white, I think we will be perfect and good. So if we do this, I think we'll be perfect and good. We are still not perfect and good. So let's just see what's going on. It's relative, the background is white. So what's the space for? Okay, map screen. Let's go to map screen. Did we give it style there? Did we do it? Okay, I think we did a style in map screen. So let's put it in style. Okay, this is just what you can do on your own based on what you want to achieve in your code. So it's just preference sake. So it's not like it's part of the conventional way of doing it. It's just me trying to do perfection here. So this is I think now we should be good. Yeah, this is perfect now. You see, so it's just styling. So now that we have this, so the next thing is I want to do something. Let me see if I'm done with that, with everything I need to copy on the screen before I start the logic. So I think I'm done now. So what I want to do basically is that if I click this data, if I click this thing, I want something to happen. I want you to send me that what I clicked into the Redux store. So the Redux store, which is this, I already created this. This is what I'm going to use for it. So what I'm going to do now is, I said when I click on the flat list, when I click on any data here, so I'm going to say on press. So if I click here, what do I want to happen? I want you to do something. So this is what I want to do here, which is, where do I have it? And I said I want you to dispatch that thing, that component that I clicked. I want to dispatch some of this property to the Redux store to populate that part of my Redux store, which is the set selection part of my Redux store. Okay, so although we haven't imported it yet, and it's gonna be an object that's gonna have an ID. I'm gonna use ES6 syntax here, okay? Then ID and a multiplier. It's gonna have image. It's gonna have price, okay? So let me import this one in and dispatch from. Okay, I think I have the dispatch already. Okay, so if I save it now, okay, if I save, so that means once I click any data here, it takes it to the Redux store. So now, what do I want to do with that data? And I'm going to say here that so here now, I'm using that data. So when I bring my selection back, which is here from Redux store, I'm saying that get me the title of that selection, which is what I did here. You see, I passed it in here already, right? So give me the title and populate that title on my button. That's number one. Also, on press, when I now press it now, if there's a selection, and I configure that in my application, if there's a selection, that's when you should navigate. But if I have not selected anything here, do not let this button is not working. See, I said disable. When there's no selection, disable it. So when there's a selection, it goes back to black. And now when I select any data, see, it populates. And when I click now, it will go to the next confirm page. But we haven't created that page here, which is here. So we're going to undo this one. Okay, and we are going to create this one. .ts. I'm very fast today. I know that, guys. I'm so sorry, but I have to because I have some other things I need to do. So this is, let's call it last page. and let's save it. So if we come here now, oh, cancel. If we come here now and we import this, we should be good now. So if I click on this button, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to send me to the next page, which is the last page. Now, so let's build the last page. And we're going to use some data to populate this last page also. So we're going to build confirm page, which is this one. So let's go to confirm page here. And I think I have quite some things on the confirm page also. So I'm going to just be bringing them one after the other. So this is the first. First and foremost, let me just bring in all the things I need to import. So I need to create and everything. So I don't have to do that again. I thought that the hub is not breaking, rather. That's what I meant to say. So native, okay, that is good. And surcharge, I know we use it on the other side, but using it here again, it's fine. So we bring this one here because we need this one here also. We use selector, we need it to pull our data in. We need this one also here. And that is it. So from here now, so the next thing we need to do here is, the first thing, create this top text, which is here. I'm going to call it this. Tailwind is not here, so let's bring in Tailwind. Let's bring in Tailwind. This is Tailwind. So if I save now, okay, now there we go again. So this is not what we want. If we save, then we should be good. So click pull, and so we have, see, that's good, right? So let's copy this style so that we have everything going concurrently well. If we save, everything goes to the middle. So the next thing we need to copy is this one, and I think it's one large file. So I'm going to copy like this, and I'm going to say after the text, give me this. So basically what I'm doing is here. So let's say I have image from React Native. No, React Native. So the image gives me the image that, like, you see the car image that I selected. So, and also the text just for the car, the text selection, what we selected, okay? So the title of what we selected is what we're going to use here. Because we're taking that to Redux and we're bringing it to the last page to use. And we have these ones also. So if I save now, we should have it on the screen, you see? Just on the card, okay? So after that, we need to also do the last thing, which is this one. Boom, the build is done. So if we have this, untouchable opacity, we need to import that one. So we'll bring it here. So icon, we need to bring icon in because we use it. And we go up like we always do. We take out this part, we don't need it. This is what we need. So we come here, we go here, and we go here, and boom, here. So this just takes us back to the previous page. So now you may wonder that we have this white border here, and the reason why we're having this white border is because I couldn't get an image that gives me just no background like so. I'm just going to leave it this way. Okay, I don't want to do much of it. Maybe I have to go and crop it out or use Adobe Photoshop to take. I just don't want to go through that process. Anyways, you understand what I'm trying to say. It should be like that. It should be seamless like this. But because I couldn't get a picture that would give me a seamless background, that's why I'm using it like this. You know, I believe you get it. So now we're done with this application, which is perfect, very good. Even from here, you can go straight right back to the page. And now you can start to set a new origin. And that doesn't mean that it's going to override this one right off. Let's say we set a new origin of London. It's going to override it straight up. I'm going to do everything again, all over again. So when we go here, so we set a destination. Let's say we're going to this place in London, and we have it, right? And we say, let's go to the destination. So we pick it right. Let's say we just want to treat ourselves so good. We pick the premium, and we go straight here. And it gives us the amount it's going to cost us. It's in dollars. I use dollar. And if you want to change it to, I think there's a part that I didn't do. I didn't do this priced part. So here, I did it here, but I didn't do it in another part. That's just so funny. See this one. So let me just copy this. Copy. And go to my here. and go to where I have the price. Where do I have the price here? I have the price here. So I have to do this. Finish this. So if I save, update it. So what happened here is if I use Europe here, you have Europe is a GB. Is it GBD or GB? Is it GBD? Is it GBD? No, is it GBD? Europe, pound is GDP. Is it GDP? Oh my god. Okay, I think I just have to Google it. I'm sorry, I don't stay there, so I don't have to. Pounds. Is it pounds? Is it even pound? Am I even correct? UK currency. UK currency. What is pound sterling? Oh, pound sterling. So pound sterling. Oh my god. Why can't I know that? Pound sterling is GBP. Yeah, this one. I think I'm tired. That's why I couldn't, because this is something that I know. I think I'm tired. Maybe that's the reason why. So you see, we have pound. Okay. So which is perfect, but I will stick to my USD. Okay. Stick to my USD. So save. So what this basically do is that this is what happens. It's a JavaScript illustration. You have a new international number format. It just formats the currency for this. Another way to do it, which I have used one of my builds before, but if you've been conversant on watching my builds, you should have seen how I think I used that in my Amazon clone clone website. So you'll see how I use currency there too. From currency, I think I got a currency from a packet. I can't remember right now. So you can use that or you use this one. I think that one is shorter than this one, but I just want to use this one because I just learned this one. I just want to use it here just to see how it is. And the format is just travel time duration. So you pick out the price, and what to do basically is you pick out the value. You know the value. That value. Okay, let me console log this out here. Let me console log it out here so you understand what I'm trying to say here. So I want to show you this. See. So the value, which is this one. So I use this one now. Of the trip, the value of the trip to calculate it, okay? So which is from, look at it here, it's from duration.value, right? So duration.value. So I'm not using this one, I'm using the duration. The duration. You can also use the distance, but I think it depends on your preference, okay? What you want to use, which is going to be realistic for you. If you're using, I'm calculating in minutes, so I'm using the value of the duration in minutes. The value of this minute, of the distance in minutes is this, and the value in miles is this. So it depends on your preference, okay? You can then use any of the ones you want to use. If I decide to use distance here, and I save, it's going to give me a different value. You see, it's outrageous, right? So I'll rather use that duration. So it depends on how the preference, okay, to use. So now, or you use that value, multiply it by your search. Let's say for maybe there's a search, okay? When you have search on Uber, so you have a search, let's say 1.5, because the whole value is not the same, okay? You have a search, and when you have a search, and you can even decide not to use the search. You can decide to do this, cut it out. So just use to multiply only the supplier, which is multiply, which is this one. Because they have different multipliers, have we? So if I save now, you see that it's going to give me a different price. If I save now, you see. So when there's a surge, it goes up, right? So you can use surge to determine. Wow, it's giving me the same price. This shouldn't be at all. This should give me a different price. So what did I do here that is wrong? Okay, this shouldn't be here. I think that is not what I'm supposed to use. If I go there, I think I did use the wrong one there. So if I think what I use is the duration, the value, so the multiplier, not selection multiplier. But this is going to give me the same rate because the one I selected is what is giving me this multiplier. So I want to use just the multiplier that comes from individual, okay? This multiplier that comes from when you iterate over the flat list, this one. Okay, so if I save that, it's going to give me a different value. Okay, you see different value. So yeah, I believe you guys are able to learn something from here. I know I rushed a lot. Just if you don't understand any part of the video, just pause the video and go through it again. I believe you can understand. I'm so sorry I have to rush this video because I want to finish on time, and I hope you gain value from this video. Please like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can give you more more information, more application, more build so that we can grow together in this community. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.